So looking at this current Bitcoin price action, you can see guys, the price of Bitcoin does looks like it is preparing itself for this next impulsive movement, but we are aware and also prepared for this impulsive movement to play out. First, we have to overcome this one key line of resistance, which is still rejecting the price. Yes, only after flipping that into proper support, we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to continue this uptrend, reaching the next area of confluence between 28,000 to 30,000 range before deciding what to do next. Because we know right now, if we look at this in a daily time frame using this Bollinger Band, after this Bollinger Band squeeze, the price of Bitcoin started showing this impulsiveness, and when we reached the center line, even came back to test the lower band area, many were panicking, but we knew unless the price breaks below 20,000, there is nothing to worry about. And you can see right after that, the price started showing this impulsiveness, just like as shown here in an example. And now, if this exact scenario is going to play out, I mean the price of Bitcoin, since it's testing the upper band usually gets tested when the price prepares itself for this impulsive movement and continues this uptrend here in this manner. What is going to happen in that case? Because in that case, the price of Bitcoin could be also breaking out of this key line of resistance and also continue this uptrend following this Williams alligator indicator scenario. Why? Because if you look at this Williams alligator indicator also in a daily time frame, we know the price of Bitcoin after reaching around the 25,000 got rejected. But we also can see, if we look here to the downside, MACD, which was bearish after reaching around this 24,000, we even retraced around this 21,000 range. But now this bearish MACD has started to turn bullish. RSI has started to jump above 50 level. T3CCI indicator in a positive territory, indicating the market looks like preparing itself for this impulsive movement. But in our case, the impulsive movement is only going to happen once we overcome the key line of resistance, and we know this key line of resistance is around 25,000 range. Yes guys, if we fail, you can see, if we fail to continue this uptrend, then this could be a big warning sign, because according to the psychology of market cycle, this is where we are right now. I mean, the price of Bitcoin is around this area where we form double top before continue this bearish trend, and in our case, we are also around this key line of resistance. So if we fail to break out of this 25,000 resistance line, then we have to be careful, because in that case, the price could be also starting this corrective movement here in this manner, guys. Yes, range bound, and slowly heading here to the downside, forming another new low before starting this next impulsive movement like this. And not only because of the psychology of market cycle, even if you look at this capitulation phase indicator, because to start a new markup phase, to end this capitulation phase, the price needs to find support above 200 weekly moving average and also break the resistance from this falling trend line. Yes, in the past price action, we have found out the price of Bitcoin only after breaking the resistance from this falling trend line and finding support above this 200 weekly moving average has started this actual markup phase. Same scenario unfolded here in 2018-19 as well. We got rejected from this falling trend line, but once we managed to flip that into support, once we found support above 200 moving average, weekly moving average, we started this new impulsive movement. So in our case, this is exactly where we are. 200 weekly moving average is acting as a resistance around 25,000 range, and this falling trend line is also acting as a resistance. So you can see, once we flip this into support, then we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to continue this Bollinger Band breakout and also the continuation from this Williams alligator indicator, because the price of Bitcoin parallelly is also forming this one bullish scenario, which is known as broadening wedge. Yes, the upper line from this broadening wedge is acting as a resistance in the medium short term, as you can see, right? Resistance. But we know the lower line here is acting as a strong line of support. So what I'm trying to show you here is that if the price wants to continue this uptrend like this, then we have to overcome this resistance line around 25,000 and flip into proper support. Yes, only after flipping that into proper support, we are expecting this bullish trend to play out here in this manner, because according to this broadening wedge, once we flip this 25,000 into proper support, you can see guys, in that case, the price of Bitcoin could be getting attracted towards this 29,000 target line. Yes, this 29,000 is going to be our price objective from this broadening wedge. And not just only the broadening wedge, even if you look at this price structure here in a very simple way. I mean, if you take this Fibonacci extension line from this swing low till this swing high to look at the continuation of this trend, in that case you can see 0.5 Fibonacci line is the resistance line which we have to flip into proper support. But if this trend manages to flip that into support, then you can see the 100% Fibonacci extension line is also lining around 29,000 area. So that's why I was saying you between 28,000 to 30,000 is where we could be hitting if we could flip this 25,000 into proper support, because we know not just only this Fibonacci extension line, not just only this broadening wedge breakout price objective around 29,000, even if we look at this price structure here like this. So before I start talking about this very interesting scenario also unfolding parallelly for Bitcoin in a daily time frame, please guys, destroy that like button if you haven't done it yet, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now if you look at this price structure in a daily time frame and simply at this rising trend line in a daily time frame, this rising trend line is playing a very important role. As you can see here, this line has rejected the price just like here from the broadening wedge, the upper line area, right? But this here is in a daily time frame. You can see this line is rejecting the price again and again. So what I'm trying to show you here is that if this here is a breakout, because we are above this key line of resistance, so if this here is a breakout, right, then we know the price of Bitcoin parallelly is forming this inverted head and shoulder. Yes guys, this here could be looked as inverted head and shoulder because the price has already formed left shoulder, head and right shoulder. So what I'm trying to show you here is that if the price of Bitcoin is going to break out of the 25,000, then even this inverse head and shoulder scenario is going to get confirmed. I mean, a breakout here in this manner with the potential target around 29 to 30,000 range. So you can see guys, the 25,000 line here in the medium short term needs to be flipped into proper support if you want the price of Bitcoin to continue this uptrend, because we know once we flip that into support, even this one scenario which we have been talking since a couple of weeks is going to play out perfectly, because according to this scenario here, the price has already bottomed around 15,000 and also started to show this impulsiveness. So if this exact scenario is going to play out just like here from the past price action, then you can see guys, this 0.5 to 0.618 is where we could be getting gravitated. Yes, this line, this Fibonacci line is where we could be getting gravitated before again showing another bearishness. So in our case, if 25,000 is going to flip into support, you can see this target is much higher than 30,000. It is sitting around 40,000, but for us 28 to 30,000 will be definitely looked as our potential upcoming target, because that's also the area of confluence. You can see around 30,000, this here was a very important area. So that's why 28-30,000 is going to be looked as our potential upcoming target once we flip this 25,000 into proper support, because we know if it's going to fail, then this bearish scenario is also not allowed to be ignored. So these were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed the vlog guys, then please destroy that like button, and for those individuals watching for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.